Hello everybody, Norman here, and today we have a very special presentation for you. Today on here, this is episode 1 of the greatest internet game show since Schnauzer Roulette, Game the System. And as our very first contestant, we have a very special guest here. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a standing ovation to Scott Kellerman.
Hi.
So, Scott, what do you do?
I'm eating yogurt.
That's fascinating. I'm amazed you were able to make a career out of that. You'll have to tell us your secret sometime.
I know. Okay.
Do you have any hobbies, Scott?
Sometimes I yell at things that I don't like. Usually movies, video games. Sometimes I make videos for the YouTube where I yell at things. It's pretty sweet.
That's amazing. Almost sounds as good a career as eating yogurt. So, without further ado, Scott, are you ready to play Game the System?
I guess.
Good enough. Let's go over the rules. But before we go over the rules, Scott, you have to make a decision. Choose one option. Bingo, bango, or bongo. Scott, which will it be?
Bongo.
Kevin, cut the mic.
What am I doing?
Scott, don't be a dingus. Pick bingo.
Bingo, I guess.
Wait, hang on. Kevin, turn the mic back on.
Who's Kevin? What?
Scott, choose an option. Bingo, bango, or bongo.
Bingo.
You've chosen bingo, Scott, and with that out of the way, let's review the rules. So, the rules of Game the System, Scott. You must answer 15 multiple-choice questions correctly in order to win the secret grand prize. If you get so much as a single question wrong, you lose. Now, once during the game, you may choose to game the system and challenge yours truly, Norman, to a video game. If you win, you may bypass that question entirely. Scott, you've been read the rules. Do you understand them?
I'd like to phone a friend.
That's not an option yet, Scott. That's coming in episode 2.
Show me the game.
Excellent, yes, and of course, in keeping with the theme of this channel, this being a gaming channel, the greatest #1 gaming channel on all of YouTube, the questions will of course be gaming related. So, Scott, without further ado, let's have our first question. The Japanese name for the Nintendo Famicom stands for what? Family computer? Familiar computer? Famitsu computer? Flamingo chemtrails.
I want to say flamingo chemtrails, just because I know that will get the attention of the powers that be, and frankly, I think they need to listen to me and my ideas more often, but pretty sure it's family computer.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Scott, I'm so sorry. You're absolutely correct. It is family computer. You've just got your first question correct. Let's keep rolling.
Don't lie to me like that.
The famous game Butt, developed by Jeremy Kellerman, was originally a different game titled what? The Angelic Struggle, Quake 2, Riding on Howard Lincoln, Hambone the Revenge.
I know this.
I would hope so. You were involved with this project, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, but we retitled it pretty early in the process because the original name was stupid. I used the process of lemons. I just, which things are stupid? Quake 2. That's pretty stupid. That's a stupid title. I mean, that's incredibly stupid. I would not play a game called Quake 2. Riding on Howard Lincoln, it's not that one because that name is awesome. Hambone the Revenge is also awesome. I'm gonna go with, it's either the Angelic Struggle or Quake 2.
You have to choose one, Scott. Which will it be?
I've got Quake 2.
Scott, you are absolutely correct. The correct answer is indeed Quake 2. Congratulations.
Hot damn.
On to the next question. In 1997, which James Bond film was made into a game for the Nintendo 64? The World Is Not Enough, Moonraker, From Russia with Love, or GoldenEye?
Okay, this one I actually know, and I have a whole anecdote about why I know it. You see, once when I was in the 4th grade, I used to play the game GoldenEye frequently, and I had a very, very intense dream that the Natasha, the character who was the love interest from the movie and in the game, I had a dream that I got a gun that made her breasts really large, and she smothered me to death with them, and it was the scariest dream I ever had, and I forgot what I was talking about.
So, is that your final answer, Scott?
I mean, yeah.
Your answer is GoldenEye. Well, your answer is absolutely correct. Scott, you are on a roll. Are you ready for the next question?
I guess I have to be.
Good enough. Which of the following kaiju did not appear in the 1993 Super Nintendo game Super Godzilla? Godzilla, Biollante, Ghidorah, or Gamera?
I'm gonna go with D, Gamora, because she's from the Guardians of the Galaxy films.
Excellent films indeed. Gamora, my favorite character. Scott, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. It is the giant sloth Gamora.
Giant sloth. Yeah.
Moving to the next question.
Yeah, the giant sloth is the sexiest character in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
I'm not going to judge you, Scott. Just a little.
Better not.
Which of the following was not an iteration of the game Street Fighter II? Hyper Street Fighter II, Street Fighter II Champion Edition, Street Fighter II Turbo Hyper Fighting, or Super Hyper Street Fighter II Turbo Unleashed Maximum Hyper Fighting Mega EX Wang Dang Doodle Championship Edition Ultra Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Wolf Kebab Wrath Vanish?
I'm gonna say there's gotta be Hyper Street Fighter 2. That just sounds made up. I remember playing like the other three a lot as a kid.
Yes, I especially myself enjoyed Super Hyper Street Fighter II Turbo Unleashed Maximum Hyper Fighting Mega EX Wang Dang Doodle Championship Edition Ultra Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Wolf Kebab Wrath Vanish, didn't you?
Yeah, I like that one. That's the one where if you hold the Super Nintendo upside down and then hit the Konami code in reverse, you get to unlock the guy from Police Academy that makes all the sound effects.
You see, Scott is a fountain of wisdom. Why, I think he could take over making my quick tips videos for me. Scott, I forgot which answer you chose. Can you remind me?
I don't remember either. Just say I got it right.
Scott, the answer is A.
It is? Okay. A, I guess. Okay.
Congratulations, Scott. You're absolutely right. Hyper Street Fighter 2. Oh, you are on a roll. Can you make it to the end? We'll find out.
Is the prize for this yogurt?
Yes. Your grand prize, should you win, will be a lifetime supply of yogurt.
Wow, okay, yeah. I'm on board for this, actually.
Then let's go. In Battletoads and Battlemaniacs for the Super Nintendo, which of the following is not one of the Battletoads? Rash, pimple, zits, or gonorrhea?
Gonorrhea. I don't want to talk any more about it because I don't like talking about either that game or gonorrhea. So let's just move on. I got it right. Yay. Next question.
Yes, Scott, gonorrhea is absolutely correct.
Battletoads.
Gonorrhea is always correct.
I hate that. You're an interesting guy, Norman.
Indeed I am. That's why I'm hosting this show. Moving on. Which of the following companies manufactured the portable console known as the Lynx? Nintendo, Sega, Atari, or Baloney Hut LLC?
I want to say, I know it's not Baloney Hut. That's the one I'm in. And also, I don't think you can actually call it an LLC. I think it's technically not a legal concept.
Well, what would it be then?
It would probably be, I'm gonna say Satari.
All right. Your answer is Atari, and oh no, Scott. Scott, why? You got it absolutely correct. Congratulations.
If you do that again, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts.
That's not part of the show,
Don't
Scott.
lie to me, Norman.
That's the other show. Moving on.
Oh, yikes. I guess I'm glad I'm on this one then.
Which of the following films has been made into a video game? Cocktail, Schindler's List, Ernest Rides Again, or Home Alone 2 Lost in New York?
Well, you know the trouble with movie licensed games. I think we all know it's Schindler's List. It didn't even come close to the plot of the movie.
Scott, is that your final answer? B, Schindler's List.
Yeah, that's probably it.
You're absolutely correct. Super Hyper Turbo Schindler's List for the Super Nintendo.
I thought the third one was actually the best one in the series.
I agree. Next question. In the tabletop role-playing game Dungeons & Dragons, which alignment is most often chosen by try-hard goofballs? Chaotic neutral, chaotic evil, lawful evil, neutral spastic.
I'm gonna go with I'm just guessing based on the context clues, but I don't play games that involve socialization, and I feel like you should know this by now. I just morally am opposed to it, and I won't do it. You know, that's how I am, and that's what I do. But based on the context clues, I'm gonna say chaotic evil.
Chaotic evil, is that your final answer, Scott?
It's as final as it gets.
That is as final as it gets, and that is as correct as it gets. You're absolutely right. Chaotic evil.
Hot dang.
Hot diggity dingo indeed. Moving to the next question. Are you ready, Scott?
I guess.
Good enough.
I don't... Okay.
Burning plastic from an overheated Nintendo 64 cartridge has been said to smell like what? Burning plastic, fresh straw in April, the Oregon Trail, or a big old plate of sloppy Bojangles?
Okay, I don't know what D is, and I hope I never find out. I've never been on the Oregon Trail, because every time I try to go there, I come down with dysentery and have to stay home. Fresh straw in April sounds like it would smell really terrible. But I'm just going to assume that because the words burning plastic are in the question, that burning plastic is also the answer.
Is that your final answer then, Scott? Burning plastic.
I mean, unless I'm allowed to, buy a vowel.
You can't buy a vowel. You can game the system, but you can't buy a vowel.
Crap, okay.
So, burning plastic is the absolute correct answer. You got it, Scott. Moving on. We're almost there. You're one step closer to a lifetime supply of Gogurt. Congratulations.
Gogurt.
When making Eggs Benedict, what method of cooking is traditionally used for the egg? Frying, baking, poaching, reverse thermodynamic induction.
Norman, you know I don't ever touch eggs. I don't.
Not since the incident, I know, Scott.
I got the Hitchcock thing. I can't be around them. Why did you do this to me?
You did this to yourself,
I
Scott.
did not. I just agreed to answer questions. I didn't agree to talk about eggs.
We'll be back after these messages. Scott is having a psychotic breakdown.
Okay, I'll do the stupid video game thing, as long as it means I don't have to do the stupid egg question.
Scott, you've chosen to game the system. So, let's reach into the hat and see which game is the challenge game today.
That doesn't look like a hat. What is that thing?
We don't talk about it, Scott.
Yeah.
Not since the incident.
Oh.
It looks like today's game, you're going to be playing yours truly, Norman, in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh, great. The best one.
Indeed. Chapter. All right, Scott, are you ready to game the system?
Yeah.
I'll let you know, I did take the championship first place of this game back in 1999 in Las Vegas.
Was this game around for that long?
Look deep within yourself and find the answer, Scott.
Okay, well, I'm going to play all the most powerful characters. I'm playing the Hulk, the She-Hulk, and, I can't ignore Marvel. I gotta do something from them. Who's a powerful Marvel character? I don't know, I guess. This guy from the X-Men.
He's got, the name Zero, so he has to be cool.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, are you ready?
I mean...
We're going to go to a random stage. Is this acceptable to you?
Sure, you can just make it happen.
That's the attitude, Scott. Make it happen.
I'm going to bring the pain. I'm going to show you the Scott Kellerman a classic, the masterful...
A big old plate of sloppy Bojangles?
I would not prefer to phrase it in such a manner, but... How do you play this game?
It's a fighting game, Scott. You're supposed to attack me. There you go.
Oh, no.
Oh, I pulled a fast one on you.
Oh, no. Good grief. How do I become a different character? I don't want to be the Hulk right now.
Left and right bumper.
Bumper.
I think. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Okay, that's the guy.
Oh, you've got your X-Man out. All right.
Yeah, I'm playing the character Zero from Megan Man.
Megan Man, my favorite Nintendo game.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like the Mega Man.
Oh, I pulled a fast one on you again.
Nabbit, you're cheesing over there.
Oh! And Scott takes the first KO.
Oh, you're playing that classic character Shin Long from
Mortal Kombat.
Shins of Fury, I think.
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat, Shins of Fury. One of my favorites.
I've never actually played that game, but... Oh, crap.
Look out, here comes my special move.
The blocking apparently isn't something that's actually useful in this game.
Nobody blocks. Blocking is for suckers.
That's classic rules.
And Scott takes the second KO, but that's all right. I'm just getting him to lower his guard.
What did I just do?
You used your X Factor.
What's happening?
But look out.
What's happening to me?
And Norman takes his first KO of the game. I'll have you know I am an expert at using Jubilee.
I'll have you know that I have seen every episode of the Bill Bixby Lou Ferrigno Classic Series of The Incredible Hulk, and I'm playing Lou Ferrigno right now, and I met him at a comic convention once, and he was nice!
That's a fascinating story. If I wasn't trying to concentrate on not getting a butt whooping, I would have been able to pay attention. Scott, you've done it! You've successfully gamed the system, and you may bypass this question entirely. Congratulations!
I feel a little disappointed I didn't really get to play She-Hulk very much, but...
And we're back from our match. Scott has successfully gamed the system. He has defeated the ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 champion, Norman Puppus. Congratulations, Scott. You get to skip this question entirely. Which, by the way, the answer, of course, is D, reverse transthermodynamic induction.
I knew it.
No other way to make Eggs Benedict.
Knew it. Skipped it.
Next question, Scott. How many kilojoules of energy are necessary to convert polystyrene into an ionic compound? 90,000, 100,000, 125,000, or crippling depression?
Well, how many times are we allowed to game the system?
I'm sorry, but you only get one game the system per episode, Scott.
Can I buy a friend?
Is there really any other way to make friends, Scott? Especially for people like you. No offense.
Not that I found, no. Can I buy a friend? Can I buy a Valve 4 friend and serve it to them with a nice steak dinner? Can I pull the folks at home? Can I do anything at this point?
No!
Crippling depression. I don't know. That's not it. I'm going to say 90,000.
Is that your final answer, Scott Kellerman?
Yes, $90,000. Final answer.
You are absolutely correct. 90,000 is the correct answer.
I knew it.
Again, you're one step toward a lifetime of Gogurt. All the Gogurt you can handle.
I don't like Gogurt.
Gogurt in the morning, Gogurt in the evening, Gogurt at supper time. Scott, next question. Which of the following vegetables are canaries known to enjoy? Onions, pumpkins, bananas, jalapeno peppers.
This question would be a lot easier if I knew what any of those words meant. I'm just gonna say pumpkins because I don't know what these things are.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I guess. I don't eat this fancy foreign food. It's not native to my country.
Scott, you're absolutely correct. Canaries are known for their propensity to enjoy snacking on pumpkins. Congratulations. Moving on to the next question. You are almost there. You're 2 questions away from all of the Gogurt in the multiverse.
I don't want Gogurt. I just want plain yogurt. I want vanilla. I don't want it in those tubes because it makes me uncomfortable.
Good enough, Scott. And for your next question, what is the only thing that will make the bad thoughts go away? Alcohol, complete and total isolation, facial exfoliation via ketchup. Please help me.
Oh, bringing out the big guns.
That we are.
I guess. I'm gonna have to go with the one that's my choice of choice, which would be complete and total isolation. I haven't spoken to anyone until now for the past 5 years.
Well, Scott, how fortunate in that, because you're absolutely correct. Complete and total isolation. Congratulations. And you know what that means. That brings us to the final round.
Wait, there's more? I thought that was it.
You are on the last question, Scott. You are 1 question away from having all the Gogurt your heart could ever desire.
Why is there an image of a woman eating some sort of a leaf?
Why wouldn't there be, Scott? Are you ready for the final question?
I mean, I'd be a lot more ready if I knew what that image was.
Good enough. You sound ready to me, chum. Which politician almost fainted on camera while trying to consciously control their white blood cell count? Ralph Nader, Rob Portman, Bob Dole, or Stephen Bitch?
Now that is a trick question.
Is it?
The answer is all of them.
Is that your final answer?
Absolutely.
You're really certain that's your final answer?
Every single one of them. I saw it on the news.
You saw it on the news. Are you sure about that?
I mean, I guess.
Every cell in your body is certain in your answer of all of the above. Well, Scott, you made it all this way. And you have my condolences. I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry. You were doing so good. You're absolutely correct! It was a trick question! Every single one of these politicians almost fainted on camera while trying to consciously control their white blood cell count. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a standing round of applause for our very first ever champion of Game the System, Scott Kellerman! Scott, you will never be wanting of Gogurts again. How does that make you feel?
I think that yogurt I ate was bad. I feel nauseous.
That's why Gogurt is better for you. It has more vitamins, calcium, and riboflavin.
I don't like Gogurt. It comes in a cylindrical pouch and it makes me uncomfortable to be physically near it.
Well, you're going to have to get comfortable with it, Scott, because you are up to your bojangles in Gogurt now, I will tell you.
I'm going to have that dream again where I'm covered in syrup.
That sounds amazing, Scott. You should tell us on another episode when you return as our returning champion. Until then, though, I am your host, Norman Puppus, and this is Scott Kellerman, our first champion, and you've just watched Game the System!
Okay.